JFB Hart's sales and training presentation will consist of 3 sections. 1. Sales presentation. 2. Training presentation. 3. Success stories. Sales presentation. JFB Hart's urethane and epoxy products are high-performance, sustainable and green, commercial and industrial coatings. These coatings have over a decade of successful applications on all types of substrates and in many different markets around the world. These products are proven, revolutionary technology which are water-based coatings that do not use co-solvents or exempt solvents. By eliminating the solvents, we've eliminated all the hazards that come with it. Traditional urethanes are made up of resins and additives, an isocyanate, and a solvent. What makes JFB Hart's urethane so unique and revolutionary is that we found a way to use water as a solvent. In addition, we use proprietary ingredients that blend the resin, additives, water, and isocyanate together. The results are coatings with equal to or superior performance to solvent-based coatings, are environmentally friendly, and reduce labor and total costs. These products have a few significant inherent properties including anti-graffiti. Paint, spray paint, Sharpie markers, and other graffiti can all be removed without damaging the coating. Dry erase. These products can turn complete walls into dry erase boards without ghosting or shadowing. Increased slip resistance. The products are certified by the National Floor Safety Institute as high traction, which means the coefficient of friction exceeds 0.6 while wet. There are a number of environmental benefits with the products including are virtually odorless, no special equipment or breathing apparatus, does not contain Prop 65 chemicals, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer, are low to zero VOCs. All products are less than 50 grams per liter and meet all federal, state, and local government agencies' VOC regulations, including the South Coast Air Quality Management District. Meets U.S. Green Building Council's LEED criteria under Section 4.2 for low-emitting coatings. JFB Hart's 3 urethane products are aliphatic polyester polyurethanes and include the HP 105, which has a high gloss finish greater than an 85-degree gloss level, the HP 300 satin, which has a mid-gloss finish with a 50-degree gloss level, the HP 300 matte, which has a low gloss finish with a 10-degree gloss level. Each of these 3 urethanes are available in a clear coat or any color and can be used for interior or exterior applications as well as on either vertical or horizontal substrates. JFB Hart's epoxy is the HP 330, which is a 100% solids, high gloss finish greater than an 85-degree gloss level. The HP 330 is available in a clear or color and is mainly used for interior horizontal applications. Some of the key features and benefits of the products are high performance, long lasting, will reduce the frequency of recoats, excellent abrasion resistance with 10 to 20 milligrams loss per 1,000 cycles, incredibly flexible. One customer has used the HP 105 on sailboat sails. Superior chemical and stain resistance. Being an aliphatic urethane helps provide these characteristics. Increased durability. Restores the luster and color in old-looking substrates. High hardness. The coatings have a 4H pencil hardness. Great UV protection. These products have been used in all different exterior markets for many years, including Florida, California, Canada, Mexico, etc. Very permeable. The urethane coatings are breathable, which means that moisture will evaporate through our product, preventing chipping and flaking. These coatings are so versatile and unique that they can be applied to many different types of substrates, including concrete, ferrous and non-ferrous metals, such as aluminum, galvanized, and steel, fiberglass, wood, previously painted surfaces, poured urethanes, rubber, ceramic, glazed or unglazed, porcelain tile, quarry tile, stone, marble, terrazzo, vinyl composition tile or VCT, vinyl sheeting, and linoleum. These products are used in many different markets, including theme parks, food and beverage, healthcare, corporate office, industrial equipment, sports arenas, transportation, restaurants, government buildings, marine industry, warehouses, chemical and petrochemical industry, retail stores, education, airports, and many more. These products offer excellent cost savings. Depending on the substrate coated, the total savings can range between 25 and 60%, with reduction in labor by 60 to 95%. The main reasons are: 1. These products do not require a primer. 2. Typically, one coat is all that is needed. And 3. By eliminating labor during applications and ongoing maintenance. To recap, we have a proven breakthrough technology, offers anti-graffiti, dry erase, and slip-resistant properties, are environmentally friendly, our 3 urethane products, a high gloss, satin, and a matte, 1 epoxy product, with high performance characteristics that can be applied to just about any substrate in any market, and are very cost effective. Training presentation. The HP105 is an aliphatic polyester polyurethane and is available in a clear coat or any color through 3 tint bases: clear tint base, deep tint base, and white tint base. The finish for the HP105 is a high gloss with an estimated 85-degree gloss level using a 60-degree gloss meter. The volume solids range between 48 to 66%, with the weight solids ranging between 53 and 59%. The HP300 satin and matte are acrylic aliphatic polyester polyurethanes. They are available in a clear coat or any color through 3 tint bases: a clear tint base, deep tint base, and white tint base. The finish for the HP300 satin is a mid-gloss with an estimated 50-degree gloss level using a 60-degree gloss meter. The finish for the HP300 matte is a low gloss with an estimated 10-degree gloss level using a 60-degree gloss meter. The volume solids for the HP300 satin and matte are 47 to 58%, with weight solids of 51 to 65%. The HP330 is a 100% solids epoxy, available in a clear or color, has a high gloss finish greater than an 85-degree gloss level, can be applied as low as 10 wet mills or up to 250 wet mills without any outgassing. Product details. The HP105 is a 2-component product with a 6 to 8 hour dry time, a 90-minute pot life, an 85-degree gloss, available in clear and colors, approximately 250 square feet per gallon for vertical surfaces and 325 square feet per gallon for horizontal surfaces. The products contain less than 30 grams per liter of VOCs, allow users to obtain LEED credits, do not contain solvents, do not contain Prop 65 chemicals, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer, are virtually odorless, are not flammable, do not require a primer, and are certified by the National Floor Safety Institute as high traction. The HP300 satin and matte are 2-component products with a 5 to 6 hour dry time, a 90-minute pot life, a satin finish of 50 degrees, and a matte finish of 10 degrees, available in clear and colors, approximately 250 square feet per gallon for vertical surfaces and 325 square feet per gallon for horizontal surfaces. The products contain less than 50 grams per liter of VOCs, allow users to obtain LEED credits, do not contain solvents or Prop 65 chemicals, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer, are virtually odorless, are not flammable, do not require a primer, and are certified by the National Floor Safety Institute as high traction. The HP330 epoxy is a 2-component product with an 8 to 12 hour dry time, a 45-minute pot life, a high gloss greater than 85 degrees, available in clear and colors, not often applied on vertical surfaces, is up to 175 square feet per gallon for horizontal surfaces. The product is 0 VOCs, allows users to obtain LEED credits, does not contain solvents or Prop 65 chemicals, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer, are virtually odorless, are not flammable, does not require a primer, and are not certified by the National Floor Safety Institute. JFB Hart offers a few additives for the urethanes, including an accelerator, which helps speed up the dry time to about 1 hour for exterior applications and 2 hours for interior applications. Adhesion bond, which helps increase the adhesion properties to hard-to-adhere-to surfaces, such as ceramic or porcelain tile. GripLok and GripLok loss, which are powder aggregates used to increase the slip resistance in areas more prone to wet floors, i.e. shower rooms, pool decks, etc. JFB Hart's products were all tested by independent testing agencies for performance. The HP 105 has 10 to 20 milligrams loss for abrasion resistance, 2,473 to 2,609 psi for tensile adhesion, a 5B for normal tape pull adhesion, a 4H pencil hardness, and an impact resistance of 160 inch-pounds. It is very unique for a coating to have great adhesion, excellent abrasion, high hardness with the best impact resistance. The HP 300 Satin and Matte has less than 33 milligrams loss for abrasion resistance, 1,600 to 1,800 psi for tensile adhesion, 5B for normal tape pull adhesion, a 3H pencil hardness, and an impact resistance of 160 inch-pounds. The HP 330 epoxy has less than 30 milligrams loss for abrasion resistance, between 200 and 600 psi for tensile adhesion. The concrete broke before the coating did. A 5B for normal tape pull adhesion, a short D hardness of 70, and an impact resistance of 30 inch-pounds. The normal product life cycle includes 1. Surface preparation, 2. Application, 3. Maintenance, 4. Repairs and reapplication. Stripping or removal is not part of the normal product life cycle, as the coatings do not need to be stripped or removed. Surface preparation is one of the biggest keys to success with JFB Hart products. For all applications, JFB Hart recommends doing a test patch on any substrate to ensure proper adhesion. The recommended adhesion test is ASTM D3359 and should be performed 72 hours after the application of the coating. The adhesion test is performed by using a sharp razor and cutting 10 lines one way and 10 lines the other way, all within a 1 inch by 1 inch square. Apply either packing tape or duct tape over the area, tap down the tape, and let it sit for 30 seconds. Pull off the tape and review the test area to see if any squares have been removed. 100% adhesion is indicated by having no squares coming off with the tape. If squares of the coating are removed by the tape, then adhesion may not be adequate and additional preparation may be required. General concrete information. Each concrete surface has unique physical and chemical properties based on the materials and the environment where the concrete is applied. These properties can also include variations within the concrete structure itself. Therefore, considerable care must be exercised in selecting the best methods for surface preparations, cleaning, and profiling prior to application. The following information should be considered a guide, as it may not cover all concrete conditions that may be encountered. New concrete. For new construction concrete, it is recommended that no sealers, permanent curing compounds, waterproofing compounds, or steel troweled floors be used with the concrete. Allow the concrete to cure for 28 days. Some exceptions may apply, but ask your JFB Hart representative for those details. Perform absorption tests and moisture tests to see if concrete surface passes both tests. Previously painted concrete with adhesion. Confirm the previously painted surface has proper adhesion and is not delaminating. If proper adhesion, sand the coating to promote the adhesion with JFB Hart's urethanes. Apply a test section of JFB Hart's urethanes to verify adhesion. If proper adhesion, follow surface preparation, cleaning, and neutralization steps, then begin applications. Previously painted concrete with no adhesion or existing bare concrete which is not new. If adhesion of the previously painted surface is failing, then a full removal of the previous coating is required prior to application of JFB Hart's products. For existing bare concrete which is not new, remove any remaining solid contaminants, i.e. sealers, curing compounds, waterproofing compound, or delaminating coatings, and any latents or efflorescents using one of the following 5 basic methods. 1. Shot blasting. 2. Scarifying or sanding. 3. Diamond grinding. 4. Hydroblasting. Or 5. Chemical stripping. The appropriate technique will depend on the type of previously painted coating, the level of adhesion, available equipment, and the experience of the personnel performing the work. Concrete absorption test. 1. Spray or splash a small amount of water in a couple of areas. 2. Water should not puddle and should begin to absorb fairly quickly into the concrete. 3. If necessary, continue one of the 5 removal methods previously mentioned until there is adequate absorption by rerunning the test as needed. 4. Another test to ensure sufficient absorption is to apply 20% phosphoric acid solution diluted 4:1 with water to the floor and let it sit for 8 to 10 minutes. If this mixture does not foam and turns white in color, there is still some sealant on the floor. Repeat one of the previously mentioned removal methods. Moisture tests. The most common is the plastic sheet test, ASTM D4263. Tape an 18-inch square clear plastic sheeting to a representative section of the concrete for 16 hours. If condensation appears on the underside of the sheet, or if the concrete is darkened, then there is excess moisture and the coating should not be applied without a moisture barrier primer. Other testing methods include moisture meter or a calcium chloride test, but will require more equipment and expertise. Notes: applying heat in the area to be coated may help remove moisture. 24 hours after application of heat, a moisture test should be done. If the level of moisture vapor coming from the concrete is above recommended levels for a successful application based on the moisture test, a moisture barrier primer must be used to prevent delamination of JFB Hart's products. If a barrier primer is not available, JFB Hart products should not be applied. Non-ferrous metals, such as aluminum. Remove all oil, grease, or soap film with a neutral biodegradable detergent or emulsion cleaner. Steel. Remove all loose rust, dirt, grease, or other contaminants per SSPC SP1, SP2, or SP3, which is low or high pressure water cleaner. JFB Hart's urethane products are applied direct to steel. Depending on the condition of the steel, the rust grade, and/or blast class, applying a primer or a second coat of JFB Hart's urethane may be required. When using JFB Hart's HP200 epoxy primer, the surface must be commercial blast per SSPC SP6, which is also NACE NO3/SA2. It is important to evaluate the condition of the steel and determine the blast class and rust grade before application. When the condition of the steel is above the red line, one coat of the HP105 or HP300 satin or matte will work. When the condition of the steel is below the red line, apply one coat of JFB Hart's HP200 epoxy primer plus a top coat of the HP105 or HP300 satin or matte. An alternative system is 2 coats of JFB Hart's urethane. The reason for multiple coats on steel in this condition is the profile or pitting. One coat of JFB Hart's urethane can be applied to steel with great adhesion, but there may be surface texture. Wood. Sand new wood to remove any surface contaminant and to lower grain. Previously finished wood should be sanded to provide good adhesion. A sanding sealer may be used to reduce coats and costs. Previously painted surfaces. Make sure the previously painted surface has proper adhesion to the substrate. If there is poor adhesion, do not apply JFB Hart products. Properly clean the surface of all dust, dirt, grease, and foreign matter. Lightly abrade the surface to provide a profile for adhesion purposes. VCT vinyl sheeting terrazzo. If the floor is new, remove the factory sealer by scrubbing with an automatic scrubber, red pad, and neutral cleaner. If the floor has been previously coated with conventional finish, acrylic, or wax, remove all the wax to get down to the bare substrate. Use a roto machine, black pad, and acrylic stripper. If the floor has a urethane finish or UV cured product applied, lightly screen the floor using a roto machine, 120 mesh screen, and water. The water will hold the dust down. Once the floor is prepped properly, rinse the floor with a neutral cleaner and continue to do so until the floor has a neutral pH. Tile and grout, ceramic, porcelain, etc. Clean the tile and grout. Power washing the grout will help remove more of the contaminants. If looking to restain the grout, contact a grout professional for assistance. The HP105, HP300 pigmented can be used as an alternative to restaining the grout. It will change the color of the entire floor, tile, and grout. It is important to mix the product correctly to ensure the best results. We like to follow the inspect, to, empty process. Step 1, make sure you have the correct product, container, and size. This is the part A, this is the part B for a quart size kit. Step 2 is open the cans to visually inspect the product. The part A is the resin side. You want to stir it up to see if there's any clumps on the bottom. There is no clumps, it's clear. This product is good to go. The part B is a very clear liquid. You want to look to see if there's any crystallizing or crystallization that's happened in the can. This can happen through moisture or anything, a hole in the can, a hole in the lid. So once you've got the 2 parts ready to go, you want to, step 3 is to pour the contents of part B into part A. You want to make sure to get the entire amount out of the quart can into the part A. And then you'll stir for 2 minutes. You don't want to use a high-speed drill. Using a high-speed drill will introduce air into this mixture, which ultimately will introduce bubbles into the final product. So as you can see, it's starting to separate, but it's slowly going to start to blend together. So it's starting to get a little bit white, more white, kind of ivory, and it's also starting to get thicker. So you see it's still not thoroughly mixed together, it's a little separating on the stir stick.
It's only been 1 minute, so
Yeah.
keep stirring. So it's like whipped cream.
It does get thick, it's kind of like Elmer's glue.
Something's going on in the sports world. Looks like it's about 2 minutes.
So once you've reached 2 minutes, you'll see it flows off the stir stick really nice. So at this point, the stir stick will almost stand straight up. Eventually it'll fall over, but that's how thick this product gets. Now we need to let it sit for 2 minutes. This 2 minutes is an important time because that's actually where the 2 products are cross-linking together. We call it a dwell time, an induction time, a sweat-in time. It's where those 2 chemistries interlock and react. That's what gives you the high performance characteristics of our product.
Get cross-link.
Yep.
Same thing with your finishes. Anytime you got a catalyst, you got to be able to mix.
Correct.
Okay.
At this time, you can try to figure out how much water reduction you want to make with the product. Depending upon the substrate you're going to put it on, as well as the vertical or horizontal surface, you're either going to add, up to 20 ounces of water. Generally on a vertical surface, you're going to add less just because you don't want it to run down. On a horizontal surface, you're going to add more so that it'll kind of level out a little bit easier. For our purpose, for doing the floor, we're going to put in 4 ounces for this quart, which would be equivalent to 16 ounces for a gallon. You can start to see during that 2 minutes, the product definitely thins out a little bit.
Okay, so it gets
So-
thick, then it kind of thins.
It gets thick when it's mixed together, and then it does thin out over that 2 minutes.
As it catalyzes.
Yeah, so now after the 2 minutes, what you're gonna do, because it's filled all the way up to the top of this quart, is you wanna find a larger bucket, because you're gonna reduce it with water. So you're gonna take the contents of this quart and pour it into the larger bucket. And try to get as much of the contents out so you can use it.
Now, what's the maximum you think you can do? Like 2 gallons at a time?
To mix together,
You mix them differently, and then when you apply them together, put the water.
well, you can do 2 gallons. I wouldn't go too much more unless you're doing a 5-gallon pail. The big issue is after they're mixed, you want to take them out of that that bucket and put them into, for instance, let me put it this tub.
Right.
And that's going to give you that extended pot life because the product is mass sensitive. And so if it stays in the can or stays in here, your pot life might only be 20 minutes. If it goes into the bigger, larger application tub, your pot life now might be 90 minutes.
Okay. And then, of course, once you put it down on the floor, then you're looking at 4 hours.
For it to dry. The
To me, that's the same as pot life too.
So now we have the reduction, we have 4 ounces of water, we went up a little, and we're gonna just slowly pour in the water while we're stirring it,
Stir that.
and then just stir this for 2 minutes. This is the third and final 2. As you can see, it's getting a lot thinner.
Right. Now, if you leave it in there, in 20 minutes or so, it'd be really starting to thicken up to the point where you probably couldn't spread it, right?
Foam.
Yeah, it would start to kind of foam up.
Okay. Let me stir it for that. Sure.
And you can lift up the stir stick and see, I mean, it is coming off. Now, if you feel at this time that there's not enough, it's not thin enough for you, you can always add in a little bit more water.
And a lot of that you can tell when you start applying it, right?
Correct.
Now, what do you do once you pour this out? Do you have them clean out the bucket and then start afresh? Or can you put, you don't want to put, you have a couple buckets, as you fill this one up, you pour it in?
Never new and old.
Okay, so,
If you pour new product and old product, it's just gonna, or old product and new, it's just gonna kick over that new product faster. So it's gonna shorten that pot life for you.
so when you start this, you want to have a crew working with you? You don't want to do it yourself?
You
Well,
wanna
if
have,
it's a small area, you can, but,
you can if it's a small area. Teams of 2 are great, because then you have someone that can do edging, you have someone that can do rolling. That person that's doing edging can also go back and mix more product as you need it, while the person that's doing the larger area rolling can always grab the edger and work together. So, so after the 2 minutes, the part that we say is very important for that pot life is to take this product, and again, as you know, it's much thinner, to take this product and now empty the entire contents into the plaque tub. This gives you that full pot life, because it spreads out the product. So once we've done this, you're now ready to apply the product. To recap the mixing instructions: 1. Open the cans and visually inspect the components. 2. Stir component A thoroughly, then mix the pre-measured component B with component A, ensuring they are blended together 2 minutes. There will be a thickening of the 2 components as they are being mixed. 3. After mixing, allow the blended components A and B a 2-minute induction period. 4. After the 2 minutes, then reduce the combined components to the desired viscosity that you want with potable water. Recommended reduction rate of a minimum 5% to a maximum of 20%. 5. Upon finishing the catalyzation and reduction of the product, you may immediately apply the coating. Pour into larger tubs to achieve full pot life. HP 330 epoxy mixing instructions. 1. Stir the pre-measured components A and B separately, ensuring that all the solids are in suspension. 2. Combine the pre-measured components A and B together and mix with a low-speed Jiffy mixer and a paddle drill. Make sure the mixture is blended together thoroughly. The mixture will become thinner. 3. Allow the mixture to sweat in for a maximum of 5 minutes before use. 4. Upon completion of the sweat-in, pour the mixture out of the can for optimum pot life. Mixing notes: do not mix any JFB Heart urethane with a high-speed mixer. Doing so may introduce air into the mixture, which can cause bubbles in the final appearance. The HP 330 can use a high-speed mixer. Do not shake the combined A and B mixture. Do not reseal any product after catalyzing. Do not prepare or mix more product which cannot be used within the pot life. Always pour new product into clean application tubs. Wear proper hand, eye, and foot protection. Dispose of cans and contents in accordance with local laws and regulations. Application and storage conditions. The normal material temperature should be between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit during use, with a minimum of 40 degrees and maximum of 85 degrees Fahrenheit. The normal surface and ambient air temperature should be between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, with a minimum of 40 degrees and maximum of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The normal humidity range is 35 to 65%, with a minimum of 0% to a maximum of 90%. At the normal conditions, there are no issues with pot life or dry time. When the temperature conditions are lower, it will slow down the dry time and full cure times. When the temperature conditions are higher, it will decrease the working pot life. The shelf life for the products are 12 months. The product should be stored in normal conditions of 75 degrees Fahrenheit with a minimum of 40 degrees and maximum of 90 degrees. Exceeding the maximum can damage the product. If the product freezes, it can be thawed and then reused. Notes: do not apply the products when the substrate temperature is less than 5 degrees Fahrenheit above the dew point. Insufficient air movement could cause product to stay tacky, loss of gloss, or improper cure. Read material safety data sheet for each component before use. Mixed materials may have hazards of each component. Safety precautions must be strictly followed during storage, handling, and use. Application equipment. The coatings can be applied multiple ways, including airless sprayer with a unit 2000 to 2400 psi, a tip size of 0.015 to 0.017, a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch hose, and it is recommended to not use a hose over 50 feet. An air assist sprayer with a unit 500 to 600 psi, a tip size of 0.015 to 0.017, and modify the tip pressure as needed for proper atomization. Conventional spray using a Divel-Bis pressure pot with ± GA 503 gun and FF needle assembly with 777 air cap. Rollers. Depending on the substrate and application, they may change. Typically, vertical surfaces use a 1/4 inch woven nap phenolic core, while horizontal surfaces use a 3/8 inch woven nap phenolic core. For brush applications, use a nylon polyester blend. Systems. Vertical system. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 at 4 to 5 mils wet film thickness. Depending on porosity or profile of structure, a second coat may be required. Horizontal system. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 at 6 to 8 mils wet film thickness. Depending on porosity and profile, a second coat may be required. Anti-graffiti system. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 pigmented, followed by 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 clear. Alternative system is 2 coats of the HP 105 or HP 300 clear. Dry erase system. Apply 1 or 2 coats of a high-quality primer, followed by 1 coat of HP 105 in a white tint base color. Concrete. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 clear or pigmented. Depending on porosity, a second coat may be required. For premium performance, apply a top coat of HP 105 or HP 300 clear. Rough or uneven concrete. Apply 1 coat of a 100% solids epoxy, followed by 1 coat of HP 105 or HP 300 clear or pigmented. New wood. Apply 1 coat of a sealer, then lightly sand, followed by 1 coat of HP 105 or HP 300 clear. Alternative system is 2 coats of HP 105 or HP 300 clear. Finished wood. Sand first, then 1 or 2 coats of HP 105 or HP 300 clear, depending on desired appearance. Steel. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 clear or pigmented. For extra corrosion protection, first apply 1 coat of HP 200 epoxy primer. Galvanized. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 clear or pigmented. Aluminum. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 clear or pigmented. Inorganic zinc primer. Apply 1 coat of the HP 105 or HP 300 clear or pigmented. Application information. The HP 105 should be applied at 4 to 5 wet mils for vertical surfaces and 6 to 8 wet mils for horizontal surfaces. This equates to 2.4 to 3 dry mils for vertical and 3.6 to 4.8 dry mils for horizontal. The pot life is 90 minutes. The reducer is clean tap water. The dry time ranges from 6 to 8 hours. The dry to handle is 8 to 10 hours with a full cure time of 2 days. The HP 300 should be applied at 4 to 5 wet mils for vertical surfaces and 6 to 8 wet mils for horizontal surfaces. This equates to 1.85 to 2.85 dry mils for vertical and 2.85 to 4.5 dry mils for horizontal. The pot life is 90 minutes. The reducer is clean tap water. The dry time ranges from 5 to 6 hours. The dry to handle is 5 hours with a full cure time of 2 days. The HP 330 epoxy is applied between 10 and 250 wet mills, which equates to 10 and 250 dry mills since it is a 100% solids product. The pot life is 45 minutes. There is no reducer. The dry time ranges between 8 to 12 hours. The dry to handle is 12 to 24 hours with a full cure time of 2 days. We're ready to apply the product. You want to work with your roller. We use 18-inch, 3/8-inch nap, high-quality rollers. The rollers are lint-free. However, we still, tell people to use tape to delint the roller. So, if I can ask your help, if you can hold this piece of tape. What we do is we roll over the sticky side of the tape to pull off any loose fibers.
So it's like a lint brush.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
How about your glasses? Don't
Step out.
That's okay. For readers, I do see, I can buy like 3 or 4
Oh,
days
okay.
at a time.
We also have the
I
hot
used to
dog.
get $400 or $500 worth of glasses, and I do the same thing, so now I just screw that crap.
We also have the hot dog rollers. The hot dog rollers we use, we'll get another piece of tape.
That's primarily what that blue tape's for, right? For
It's paint paper for edging,
yeah.
masking off things.
So we want to delint the roller, pull off any loose fibers. So you have that for this is used for edging and getting around toilets and bathrooms or different areas that you need to do.
Mike, did you guys, you sent some of those too, right?
And up there on the,
Okay.
So when we dip this roller in, you want to thoroughly soak this roller into this tub, just getting the product to flow over this roller.
Okay.
Because the first couple times that you dip this roller in, it's still dry.
Right.
So you want to make sure you get it thoroughly soaked. So now once you've done that, we'll just take this, come to a little area that you're working, start a little W, come back to the beginning of the W, and slowly spread the product out for that W. And then just come to the next section. Again, let the product flow over the roller. Start a little W, and then slowly work out and spread out that W. You don't have to overwork the coating.
let the roller to do the work.
I'm not applying any pressure. Just, as Bruce said, I'm letting the roller do the work.
Let me do that.
Yep.
Oh, you're buddy. You want to come back a little bit? Oh, is that done? That's not done? Okay, sorry.
Got more product.
That's more than enough.
Now you just move on to the next section.
And then start all over again.
I want to get more product onto the roller.
Hard to do. Quart.
How far do you want to overlap? Just a few inches like that?
Yeah, you want to overlap just to make sure you get the right, everything covered. You don't want to go too far over. You want to work in kind of 3x3 sections.
And when people get the orange peel, it's because they're working the section is 5-6 feet, or we're spreading it.
And then,
Okay.
generally, we're gonna get some more product in here. These 18-inch motors really soak it up. When you come out and you do a little W, I like to go back to the beginning, because that's where you came out of the tub, and most of the product really is right here.
Okay.
So if you started to spread it out from back over here, you're not spreading out as much,
Right.
and this is the area that has more. So you just slowly
Work it out.
work it out, forward and back. And then one thing I do is I always make one final straight forward, straight back. I pick it up, straight forward, straight back. It's just a technique I do, straight forward, straight back. And then I move on to the next section. Again, do a little W in the middle. And I spread this out.
And work your way out.
And then I do straight forward, straight back to end it. You can, so. Some application notes to remember. Exceeding maximum wet film thickness may result in low gloss and/or bubbling of the material. Listed pot life is achieved by pouring the product into a large tray or tub. Keeping the product in the can will decrease the pot life substantially. Keep product out of direct sunlight. Allow 6 to 8 hours to recoat JFB Hart's urethanes. It is recommended to always abrade between coats to provide adequate adhesion. Dry time notes. The products are water-based and may appear to dry patchy or inconsistent. The reason is the water evaporates out of the product faster in some areas compared to others. This will be more visible when using colors. There are 3 factors that can help expedite the dry time. 1. High heat. 2. Low humidity. 3. Air circulation. Fans can be used to help dry the product. The key things to remember when using a fan are: do not point the fan directly at the coated surface. It can cause ripples in the final finish. Prop a fan up on a desk or a chair. Be careful not to point a fan at the ceiling or vent. You don't want the fan to blow debris off the ceiling or vent and into the finish. For rooms, position a fan blowing out of the door. For long hallways, use a push-pull effect. Put one fan on one end of the hallway, pushing down the hallway, with the other fan at the other end of the hallway, pulling the air out. There are a few things that can cause the product to still be tacky when it is supposed to be dry. Cold air at surface temperature. This will slow the dry time of the product. High humidity. The moisture in the air will slow down the moisture trying to evaporate from our product. And product applied too thick. If the coating is applied too thick, it will take longer for the moisture to evaporate. The urethane accelerator is used to help reduce the drying times in JFB Hart's HP 105 and HP 300 satin and matte urethanes. Without the accelerator, the dry times range between 6 to 8 hours for interior and exterior applications. When using the accelerator, the dry times range from 45 minutes for exterior to 2 hours for interior applications. For optimum results with the accelerator, use in warm environments with exposure to sunlight. Cooler environments can cause slightly longer dry times. Do not apply JFB Hart products when the surface and/or air temperature is below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Mixing instructions. Pour 3 ounces of the accelerator per gallon into JFB Hart's urethane Part A resin and stir together for 2 minutes. Once thoroughly mixed, follow JFB Hart's recommended mixing instructions. Additional information. The use of the accelerator will impact the pot life of JFB Hart's urethanes. Instead of 90 minutes in a large application tub, one will only achieve 45 minutes. The adhesion bond is a non-toxic adhesion promoter that is added to any of JFB Hart's urethanes to provide excellent adhesion properties to hard-to-adhere-to surfaces, including glazed or unglazed ceramic, porcelain, Cora, and other tile and grout surfaces. Mixing instructions. Pour 3 ounces of the adhesion bond per gallon into JFB Hart's urethane Part A resin and stir together for 2 minutes. Allow the mixture to sit for 10 minutes and then follow JFB Hart's recommended mixing instructions. Additional information. The adhesion bond will increase the overall durability of the product. It is important to allow the 10-minute induction time for the adhesion bond and the Part A resin. This induction time will allow the product to meet its full adhesion characteristics much faster, within 24 hours. The adhesion bond does not have an impact on the pot life or working time. The adhesion bond can be used with any of the other additives. If using the adhesion bond with the accelerator, first mix the adhesion bond into the Part A resin, then add the accelerator, then follow recommended instructions. The GripLok and GripLok Loss are powder aggregates that are used in JFB Hart's urethanes to increase the coefficient of friction, slip resistance. Applicable locations include, but are not limited to, restrooms, locker rooms, tub, shower rooms, kitchens, entrances, hallways, concourses, and many others. JFB Hart's recommended amount used is 0.27 pounds per quart or 1.1 pounds per gallon of the GripLok, 10 grams per quart or 40 grams per gallon of the GripLok Loss. Mixing instructions. Once JFB Hart's urethane is properly mixed and reduced with the appropriate amount of water, while continuing to stir, slowly pour the GripLok or GripLok Loss into the mixture and stir for 2 minutes. Make sure to keep the GripLok and GripLok Loss fully suspended. Depending on the amount of water reduction and GripLok Loss amount, it may require mixing in a larger bucket. Once fully mixed, empty the contents of the can or bucket into the large application tub. The frequent dipping of the roller will keep the GripLok and GripLok Loss suspended in the coating. Additional information. The use of the GripLok or GripLok Loss will increase the product's durability. Some of the GripLok or GripLok Loss may fall to the bottom of the can or bucket or application tub. Do your best to keep the mixture agitated to suspend the additives. The GripLok and GripLok Loss can be used together and or with any of the other additives. Maintenance is a key to success with any coating, and ours are no different. To increase the service life and maintain an attractive appearance, a proper maintenance and cleaning schedule is recommended for all JFB Hart products. Proper cleaning is also necessary to ensure sanitary conditions, as well as safety where slip and fall conditions are a concern. JFB Hart's coating systems can be cleaned in a variety of ways depending on the surface texture and the environment. Interior and exterior vertical surfaces can be cleaned by power washing and or steam cleaning. Exterior vertical surfaces are also cleaned by rainfall. Maintenance and damage control preventions. Through proper training and education, unnecessary wear of floors such as forklift spins and skid marks can be avoided. Spills should be cleaned up immediately as a safety precaution, as well as to prevent staining of the floor. Coated surfaces can be adequately protected when moving heavy equipment across coated floor surfaces. Areas that are subject to oil, grease, or harsh contaminants should be degreased and scrubbed on a regular basis. There are many different options when cleaning the products. For all options, JFB Hart recommends using a water-based biodegradable cleaner. If you are degreasing, use 3 parts cleaner to 1 part water. General cleaning typically uses 1 part cleaner to 5 parts water. To remove scuffs or stains, start with 1 part cleaner to 2 parts water and let the solution sit on the area. When cleaning, just rinse the floor. You do not need to flood the floor. All types of cleaning equipment are used, including automatic scrubbers, power washers, pads, brushes, brooms, mops, and wet vacuums. Repairs, reapplication, recoat conditions. One of the many benefits to the coatings are that they are very repairable. Scratches and gouges can be repaired without having to recoat the entire area. When reapplications are necessary, the surface must be prepped properly and then can be recoated with any JFB Hart product. For recoat conditions, allow 6 to 8 hours for the HP 105 or HP 300 to dry at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. It's always recommended to abrade the surface between coats to provide adequate adhesion. Repairs and reapplication process. When an area is not meeting expectations or a scratch has occurred, a repair or reapplication can be conducted. Areas can either be screened, sanded, or power washed. For screening floors, damp mop or wash the section to be screened to limit the dust. For larger areas, use a roto machine with a 120 mesh screen to go over the entire area. If it is a small area, a palm sander or sanding pads can be used with 120 mesh screens or 220 grit sandpaper. Screens should be flipped or changed every 300 square feet. If repairing a scratch after screening, the scratch should feel smooth with your fingernail. For sanding or power washing, lightly sand with 220 grit sandpaper. Power wash to clean and provide an adequate profile. Make sure to clean the surface after sanding to remove all debris.
Step 1. Place wet floor signs at all entry points to where the reapplication will take place. It is recommended that you use caution tape to put a barrier at those entry areas to keep someone from walking across the floor. Step 2. Damp mop the section you are going to reapply. Doing this will hold the dust to the floor and not let it get airborne. Step 3. With a 175 RPM floor machine, install a black stripping pad and underneath the pad, put a 120 mesh screen. Step 4. Dilute the Peak Performance Neutral Cleaner to 2 ounces per gallon of water and add to the solution tank of the machine. Make sure some solution is on the floor prior to starting the floor machine. Step 5. Screen the floor while releasing the solution from the tank to lubricate the floor. You should cover 100 square feet every 3 minutes. Step 6. Wet vac the solution from the floor and allow the floor to thoroughly dry. Step 7. If swirls appear after the area is screened and dry, conditioning the area using a maroon conditioning pad can help eliminate them. Condition the floor evenly to remove all marks and light scratches from the screening. The floor should be dry when using the maroon conditioning pad. Step 8. Using clean water and a clean mop, go over the area. It is easiest to use a figure 8 motion as all areas will then be covered. Rinse and wring the mop frequently. Now let the floor dry thoroughly. Using air blowers will aid in the drying process.
Stripping or removal of the coatings. JFB Hart's products are removable using a chemical strip or sanding process. When removing off concrete or other hard substrates, one can be more aggressive with the stripping chemical. Shot blasting, sanding, diamond grinding, and acid etching are alternative options. For softer substrates, such as VCT or vinyl sheeting, JFB Hart recommends the Dorado Strip 3032, which is an environmentally friendly urethane stripper. Troubleshooting, foaming, which is the most common issue experienced with water-based urethanes. The main cause of foaming is a reaction of the water in the product and the isocyanate. The reaction creates carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide causes foaming. Solvent-based urethanes are not immune to this issue. Foaming can occur when a solvent-based urethane is applied in higher humidity environments or is applied on substrates that have moisture on them. How to prevent foaming. Correct water reduction to ensure proper film thickness. Use recommended rollers to help achieve. Monitor applications with large grout lines to prevent puddles of product which can cause foaming. JFB Hart uses more hydrophobic polyols that aid in water release. These tend to flash off the water faster. Systems that use acrylic resins tend to hold on to the water longer, which causes more foaming. Troubleshooting, improperly mixed. If the products are improperly mixed, for example, if a drill is used to mix the Part A and Part B of any of the JFB Hart urethanes, it will introduce air into the mixture, which can cause the following issues: bubbles in the final finish, shorter pot life, lower gloss, product foaming. Not following the proper mixing instructions, dwell time, etc. can cause the following issues: no pot life, foaming, low gloss, uneven appearance. Troubleshooting. The surface prep is not done correctly. If the surface is not properly cleaned, including removing all dirt, grease, oil, and any other contaminants, the final finish may have the following issues: adhesion failure, bubbles. If the products are applied to a previously painted surface that does not have adhesion, our products will not have adhesion. If the products are applied over a solvent-based product that is not fully cured, there may be bubbles in the final finish due to outgassing of the solvents. Troubleshooting. Product applied at wrong thickness. Applying the product too thick may cause the following issues: the product will not level, lower gloss, undesirable appearance caused by foaming, thickness of the product. Clear products will keep a cloudy white appearance. Color products will keep the color appearance. Applying the product too thin may cause the following issues: the product will not level and will leave streaks, lower gloss on rough surfaces, doesn't provide the proper performance characteristics the products deliver. Troubleshooting, low gloss. A lower gloss finish can be the result of a number of different causes: using product past its shelf life, improper mixing, no air movement, applying the product at incorrect thicknesses, improper ambient air temperatures, using product beyond its pot life, mixing freshly mixed product with product at the end of its pot life, applied over solvent products that are not fully cured, using something other than water as the reducer. The following is a group of select success stories that have used and are continuing to use the products. The Queen Mary, located in Long Beach, California, applied the HP 105 in a red and black on the metal smokestacks in 2008. An initial application of the product was applied in 2002, but in 2008 the new owners wanted to change the color of the red. Since 2008 there have been no recoats. The City of Long Beach and the South Coast Air Quality Management District made a special commendation to the Queen Mary for its use of such an environmentally friendly coating. The HP 105 Black was applied direct to the exterior of the fiberglass Taboo Tower Waterslide at Hurricane Harbor Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. The iconic Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida was coated with the HP 105 White over a competitor's coating that had turned yellow after only 3 months. A local contractor power washed the substrate and then applied one coat of the HP 105 White with a roller. This application has been down since 2010. In 2007, one coat of the HP 105 Blue and Orange were applied to the previously painted structural steel of the Six Flags Magic Mountain Goliath roller coaster. No recoats have been completed and the product has withstood the intense UV exposure and still looks great. The HP 105 in a green color was applied to the metal gates throughout the ESPN Wide World of Sports Parks at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. In 2008, the HP 105 White was applied direct to the wood structure of the roller coaster Waterslide in Disney World. The HP 105 was also applied direct to the steel bolts and there has been no rusting. The HP 300 Satin Clear was applied as a top coat to the tables in the Cora restaurant in Disney World. The tables are still in excellent condition and have held up to the variances in hot and cold plates, the banging of silverware by kids, chemicals, and more. One coat of the HP 105 Gray was applied direct to the concrete floor of a mechanical room at the University of Texas in Arlington. The coating gave the floor a clean appearance, which received rave reviews by the maintenance director. The HP 105 White was applied to the steel belly loader that is used to haul gravel. These belly loaders are put in the field for 6 months and used 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Typically, after the 6 months, the belly loaders are power washed, scraped, blasted if necessary, and repainted. The belly loaders coated with the HP 105 were power washed and then sent back out into the field. No repainting has been done and they were coated in 2011. In 2009, the HP 105 Gray was applied direct to the concrete floor of a large parking garage. The application was completed on Saturday night and cars began driving on it Monday morning. No recoats have been done as the coating still looks great. The KI 5000 Beige was applied to a zinc-rich epoxy primer on the structural steel support structures for an exterior solar panel parking garage located in New Jersey. The customer required a high-performance product that was eco-friendly. For more information about these products, contact Jason Beatty at the contact information provided, or visit our website at www.jfbheartcoatings.com.